Spoiler alert, everybody. Baby Jesus gets born. I know you all were worried about it, but baby Jesus does indeed get born at the end of this film. Okay? But you can relax now. King Herod didn't win this time. Baby Jesus got born. Alright. Fabulous, campy King Herod, as played by Antonio Banderas. Hi, everybody. The great Antonio Banderas. Hi, everybody. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise Up Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today, we're talking about a movie. Movies and TVs that we do here, and that movie is Journey to Bethlehem. Or, as I called it, and still call it, Disney Channel presents Baby Jesus Got Born, the movie starring two white kids. Journey to Bethlehem is directed by Adam Anders, and is written by Adam Anders and Peter Barsaccini. Adam Anders is also credited as the songwriter on the film. What up, Luke? Oh, hell yeah! By the way, Luke, you know that the director's cut of Blackberry is going to air on TV this week as a 3-night series, right? I'm going to be rewatching it for that reason. Anywho, Journey to Bethlehem is, what is the film about? Well, you see, it's baby Jesus gets born. How does it happen? Mary is told, Mary played by, who plays Mary in this? Fiona Palomo, who is perfectly solid in the film, is Mary. She is a woman who is betrothed to marry a young man by the name of Joseph, played by Milo Manheim, fresh off of his work in one of the better teen films I've seen this year, Prom Pact, and next will be seen in Thanksgiving, the slasher movie. They are betrothed to be together, but is it love or is it just an arrangement? Well, it turns out it's going to be love is going to have to inevitably follow because the Archangel Gabriel appears to Mary and says, "You are going to give birth to the Son of God, Jesus Christ." From there, mean old King Herod has sent his army to kill this newborn before he becomes the true king and the true, child king of all. And three wise men are caught in the middle with their own shenanigans involving slow camels, gifts, and a certain star that will guide the way. And along the way, everyone talks somewhat anachronistically and sings a lot of pop songs on the way for baby Jesus to get born. Let the adventure begin. So, Journey to Bethlehem, here's the thing. What did I think of this movie? I liked it, I think. Kind of. This is going to be a weird one. Here's the thing. Let me just break this down a little bit. Minor spoiler alert, I guess. I enjoyed the film. I will say this. I think the movie is harmless. I don't think it's not hateful. It has a good message. It is a faith-based movie that is open to secular viewpoints and does not, keep people out. It's chintzy. It's badly made. The songs are fluffy and fun to a certain extent, but are mostly forgettable. The acting, with the exceptions of Miss Palomo, Mr. Mannheim, and a camping it up, having fun, Mr. Banderas, is mostly stiff, and kind of the singing is not much better for a lot of them, except for people like Mannheim, who of course have sang in movies before. The characters are too white to be playing these characters. There, I said it. They just are. And there's tonal shifts and moments of humor that feel really odd. For instance, when Gabriel appears to Mary, they cut it together. He kind of is practicing what he's going to say to Mary in a comic sense, and they cut it together and edit it. The film is weirdly edited. They cut it together like Line-O-Ramas like bloopers that you would see on a DVD. It's very strange. And then when he chooses what to say to Mary, he starts to levitate toward her, of course, and his head hits the door frame, and he just kind of it's like very slapsticky, and it's like, why this tone? It feels very out of place. The three wise men banter, and they almost feel like from out of a pilot for a biblically themed Chuck Lorre sitcom on CBS. And a lot of the humor and some of the editing choices, there's a nightmare sequence that leads to a very funny and very unintentionally funny payoff involving Joseph's confliction about what he's going to be to this child. And there's a lot of stuff in this movie that just does not work. And yet, I had the biggest, dumbest grin plastered on my face pretty much from the opening narration to the closing moments. I really enjoyed this movie, and I think part of it is because it's so campy and chintzy. I think that added to my entertainment value. I think that it's so earnest, and it's so genuine in its earnestness, that to really criticize it too heavily for its many flaws is sort of the equivalent of like shoving a puppy that is jumping on your lap and just wants to give you kisses. It's like, it's so eager to please, and it's so well-meaning that you feel kind of like an ass for having any major problems with it. This is a charming movie. It's totally harmless. It's totally a good family film. It's a good introduction to, especially younger audiences, to this story. It is deeply flawed, but I do think the entertainment value of this movie alone makes me want to recommend it. I'm not even in a so bad it's good way, because there are things in this movie that it does actually genuinely well. There's a couple of lines. One line in particular that Mary says to Joseph when she goes into labor is actually a really good line. It's very powerful. It is very unexpected. She says something to the extent of, "I wasn't the only one who was chosen for this," and I thought that was a good line. And it calms him down. Mannheim is good. He's a very talented young actor. He's going to be around for a while. I have a feeling he's a very talented young man. And overall, I do think this movie, many flaws aside, is an entertaining film, perfect for the holidays. And I'm not going to go all the way. I'm not even going to go pretty far, but I'm going to walk 2 blocks for this one. I'm going to give Journey to Bethlehem a very strange but very, very, very enforced 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed this film. It is very flawed. It is not a perfect film. It's not even, we can call it a great film. But it's so lovable. It's so easy to love, and it's hard to resist. It's one of those kind of experiences where it is chintzy. It absolutely is, and it's not a very well made movie. But at the same time, its heart is so in the right place, and it's so well-meaning that I enjoyed it. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Let's see here. So yeah, solid recommendation for that one. Unsung Hero. This looked interesting. Looks kind of corny, but again, it's a faith-based movie. It looks interesting, though. The Color Purple, talked about it, looks good. The Boys in the Boat, talked about it, looks good. Migration, talked about it, looks good, I guess. The Shift. As I mentioned, I have seen a version of this movie. I haven't reviewed it yet. I'm going to wait until I see the finished version. I was a test audience for this movie. And it was solid, but I think it had a lot of work it needed to do, and I look forward to seeing the finished version so I can give it a proper review. But yeah, it was all right. Next Goal Wins. We reviewed it. We reviewed it on Monday because I got to see it early. And I loved it. I know I'm in the minority, but I love Next Goal Wins. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was delightful. And then lastly, now we get into the scary shit. The Forge. The latest film from Planet X, as delivered by the Kendrick brothers. With the same cast, crew, and seeming universe as War Room, one of the most insane pieces of propaganda I've ever seen. I feel the need to break this trailer down. I can't simply just tell you about this trailer straight on. I feel like you need to break this trailer down. First off, with this. Alex Kendrick, well-meaning that you may be, stop making movies about black people. You do not know how to write for that audience and for those characters. You are a very, very white man. You should not be writing characters who are not white. You shouldn't. You're not good at it. I've seen War Room. You're not good at it. Secondly, case in point, and everything I say, I do not mean to offend anybody. This is the trailer doing this, not me. I'm simply describing this. It is a movie. This is the trailer. It's coming out next August. Like, it's a really early trailer. Elderly man, black gentleman, is talking about this kid, I guess it's his grandfather, who's a father and who isn't there for his kids, and is portrayed as the most, like, minor character in, like, Boys in the Hood kind of stereotype you've ever seen. He has his do-rag backwards. He's the kind of character that they're going to satirize in American fiction. Like, it's that kind of stereotype where it's, like, offensive to do it now. It really is. And he's like, you know, and then they have Mom from War Room, who's not an actor, going, how can you blame my son? He never had a father figure in his life. And then all of a sudden, this is literally how the trailer's put together. Montage, old woman from War Room is here again, talking to him, giving him advice. And then all of a sudden, he's in a room where among the people are the elderly gentleman and the husband from War Room. And then they all take out swords. And then he takes out a sword and they're pointed together. And it says, The Forge, with the same kind of war-themed stylization as War Room. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell is going on? Where did this... Is this War Room 2? Be honest, Mr. Kendrick, is this War Room 2? Because this looks like about as offensive when it comes to its propaganda as War Room was. Oh my god, stop making this stuff with, like, violence associated with religious belief. Stop it. Don't do that. Stop. Please stop. But yeah, it's like, it's so stereotypical, and it's like the way he shoots it is like, he really is, the way that and it's not, I'm not saying this to put anybody down. You know me, I never would do that. He has told his actors, his black actors in this film, to be so over the top, to play it into so many stereotypes. It is so ungenuine. It is so not okay to make this kind of movie anymore and make it, like, sincere like this. Especially if you're a white guy. Shame on you for making this movie. I mean it. I haven't even seen it. Shame on you. Just on the basis of this trailer. This is not the characters you should write. I'm sorry. It's the way it is, Mr. Kendrick. You should write. You shouldn't write this kind of. You traffic in stereotypes in your movies with this focus. I mean that sincerely. That being said, that was a weird side quest. I apologize, but man, like, Alex Kendrick, don't do this anymore. Don't make another War Room type movie. Don't make I guess it's not a sequel, but it feels like a sequel to War Room. Just don't. And was there shawarma? Yeah, there's a special message from the filmmakers at the end. Even though it's not an Angel Studios movie, I guess they're just going to start doing that now, which is fine. Yeah, that's it. We will be back tomorrow for a review of Anatomy of a Fall, which I cannot wait to see. Looks really good. Sunday, we'll have reviews of The Great Turkey Town Miracle. Speaking of stereotypes and faith-based movies that have stereotypical characterizations, I said it to someone and I meant it. I said, unless this ends with the character putting on a pilgrim hat and going on a killing spree, and the whole thing being a really, 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 really extended prologue to Thanksgiving, I don't care. I don't care about the turkeys being brought to the Thanksgiving Jubilee. I just don't care. But we're going to see that one. We're going to see It's a Wonderful Knife, which actually does look like fun. Monday, we'll talk about The Killer and the new Tubi film Big Bruh, which was one of the animators reached out to me on the comments. Thank you for that. And I've been keeping a close eye out for it. And then Tuesday, we'll have a review of Tiger 3, which I'm very excited for. It is one of the follow-ups to War, which is one of my favorite Indian action films. So that's coming up. Next week, we have Thanksgiving and The Hunger Games, among other things. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find my else reviews, listen to other fun stuff, and check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant, Twitter, at Raised Grant, Facebook, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, Instagram threads, and TikTok at Raised on Popcorn with Grant, serialized, all one word, a lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have me. If you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Journey to Bethlehem? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? I think my opinion's good. Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make mine extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.